almost ready.
We're live.
We're live.
We're live. Good morning.
There we go.
All
Good
right.
evening.
Let's let's start this thing. Oh, I don't have that volume up. Let's try that again. Oh, we're in the middle.
Oh, goodness. This is a mess of a podcast. Are we redoing it or are we just going with that?
We're going over again. Take two.
Okay, good.
Welcome to Take It Down a Notch with Rob
And Lindsay.
and Lindsay. So
Dun, ba, dun, dun. Oh, and there's Hugo.
when Hugo comes in on cue, right
On
there.
cue.
Good evening. So we are a couple days late again.
Yes. Yes.
Why are we not doing this on Tuesday?
If I remember right, you slept in late, and that's the only reason why. No, so Hugo came home early from work on Tuesday, and he um, and I decided we would need to go to the beach because in France, specifically in our area, in other areas, apparently it was more hot. I don't believe it. In our area, it was burning, boiling, frying an egg on the sidewalk, soup. Lindsay turned into soup for the last 3 days. It's been so hot. It is actually a lot more pleasant. It's been really humid. The whole summer has been more humid than usual. But the last like week and a half have been extremely humid, like I think almost 90% like every day.
Ugh.
Um, and it's been really like thick clouds and just really gross like all last week. This week got a lot hotter. And we'd have clouds come in and then sunny skies and clouds and a little rain here and there. And but for the most part, just really sunny and hot, but still super humid. But
Hmm.
today we have like a kind of a light breeze,
Nice.
at least in Gaze, and it's mainly blue skies all afternoon. It's been really nice blue skies, and you can tell it's like a little bit less hot, so and less humidity. So definitely more pleasant today. So we'll see how the evening gets. Normally, it's right at this time, maybe an like hour before,
Right.
that it starts to get pretty hot in the apartment. The apartment gets really hard to live in, but today has been a huge improvement. So yeah, that's good. But yeah, that's been our week. But yeah, on Tuesday, since Hugo got home a little bit early, not too much early, just a little early.
Right.
And also, I was like, I don't think I can sit and podcast for 30 to 40 to an hour. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'll have to have all the windows open,
Yeah.
and it won't work. And then your alarm didn't go off or something, and
Yeah. Yeah.
because you didn't even see my text
I
like 45 minutes
overslept a
later.
little bit, and then you said like you'd already sent a message. It's too hot. We can't do this.
Yeah,
So it worked out
yeah.
well. The and I talked to you yesterday, and it looked like you were in a sauna.
I felt like I was in the sauna
You were
all day
very
yesterday.
shiny. You were very shiny.
Yeah, no, yeah, it was bad.
So
Yesterday and the day before were bad.
so you went to the beach in Nantes on the river, or you go to the
No,
sea?
there's places to boat, but I
Mm-hmm.
don't think there's any places to swim. We have this
Mm-hmm.
big, the Loire Atlantique, and then there's also little rivers, that I guess aren't the same, but I think they must be connected or something. I don't know. Anyways, it's a really big river in France, and kind of like as iconic as like our Mississippi is like the best way to
Right.
compare it. Like it's a big river. Anyways, so there's no place in Nantes to swim in that. I think it's too deep, fast moving, and also like very polluted.
Hmm.
And so we ended up going to a lake that we've never been to. I don't remember exactly where it was. I think it was in. Le Roche-sur-Yon, I think, which is like it was about 25 minutes away, so not too bad.
Okay.
The closest body of water that we could find. There is one closer, but it was closed. It's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and we figured out we were gonna have to pay to go swim in a lake,
Hmm.
which just felt weird. But it used to be a mine, and it's in Nantes or
All
near
right.
Nantes. It's in the area, and it used to be a mine and has been turned into a lake.
Hmm.
And we found that one first, but then we realized it was going to be closed. So,
Okay.
anyways, yeah, we went to the lake. It was super busy.
Mm.
Lots of like really big families. I think there was like a trailer park that was maybe connected to it.
Mm.
So we got a little bit of the gypsy culture that they
Okay.
have here a little bit.
Okay.
So we did a lot of people watching. We brought our books and we literally held open our books for over 30 minutes. And Hugo ended up reading like a good 2 pages. I read half a page. We were both so fascinated by because there were so many things going on around us.
Yeah.
With all like the big families from like there's literally like brand new babies. Like they popped out of the oven yesterday and they're at the beach today to like old women and men, and they're all like 50, like in a family
Yeah.
reunion style, and there's like three of those families, all right next to each other.
Wow.
It was it was quite entertaining. The lake was pretty likey,
Lakey? Is
a
that what you said?
little likey. Yeah, it was like mud.
Oh, okay.
And there was this like indent area where everyone was jumping off. So
Mm-hmm.
Hugo and I like went over and we kind of like we spent like a good 5-10 minutes like kind of inspecting, looking around. But we were a little nervous. We're like, oh, we don't really want to jump off. We couldn't figure out how deep it was, but we saw a lot of people jumping off. And we're like, you know what? And we saw some like kids jumping off on a side part. And I was like, okay, let's jump there. Maybe it's a little less scary because it's so much you can't see a thing. You can't even
Right.
see like your hand underneath the water. You can't see a thing. So Hugo and I like full on jump, but because we're nervous, we both jumped like right next to, like not far out enough. And where I was at, because it's so uneven, it was just like totally all over the place. Where I was at, immediately, like my whole body, butt, legs, all on the lake ground. Like it was like 3 foot water. It was nothing. Hugo just got like a little bit of his foot or something where he was at. But like I like have a huge scrape. I feel like a toddler again. Like
Oh
I have
my
a huge
gosh.
scrape down my leg because yeah, I totally just right on the floor. So, but there were people with like rope swings and they were like rope
Oh.
swinging into it and everything. So, yeah, it was pretty fun. It was fun to watch. So yeah, we did that Tuesday. Other than that, it's been definitely like a stay at home week.
Okay.
Definitely not expectations of doing stuff has been a lot lower because of the heat, especially in the evenings.
Yeah.
We're not doing much. So
Not going to the gym? Not going to the gym at 5:30?
oh, I didn't tell you this.
Ten
I
to
hurt my
like
back last week going to the
what?
gym.
How'd you
Yeah,
hurt your back?
I So for the people who are listening, I have some back issues, like history of back issues. So normally I'm really, really careful at the gym when I'm lifting heavy weights and I'm being really attentive. I don't know what I was doing. Maybe I was lifting too heavy weights or maybe I was doing something a little bit wrong. But I got like a tiny twinge. And so I
Hmm.
was like changing my form and I was like, oh, it's fine. And then I was doing squats and I was doing a little bit heavier weight than normal. And I haven't done squats in a little while.
Right.
And so I started getting a little twinge in my back and it was a little bit more.
Mm.
And so I was like doing lower reps. And I only did two and I was like, that's it. I'm calling it. Like I'm not doing any more.
Right.
It's starting to hurt my back a little bit. Well, what I should have done was just stop the whole workout because I've noticed with my back issues and
Mm-hmm.
like my other joint issues that when I start getting those little twinges,
Mm-hmm.
um, it normally is a sign that my body can no longer hold core for some reason, or because I'm feeling those twinges, I'm like, there's something about my body just kind of gives up on doing core. I don't. It's
Okay.
done. So, anyways, I should have just stopped my workout then. But I really wanted to try doing hip thrusts because I keep trying to do these. I call them my DIY hip thrusts because we don't have a machine. At
Mm-hmm.
Pursuit, you have the machine, right?
Right.
Well, here I have to like get the weights and like it's a whole setup, and I have to do
Yeah.
it while Hugo's there so he can help me, because I cannot lift the amount that I can lift with hip thrust, obviously.
Right.
So to like get a good workout, and that used to be like my favorite workout, because it's so fun and it's probably the thing I can lift the most with. So it's
Mm-hmm.
just fun, and I've been missing doing it. And so I've been trying all these different techniques and ways of doing it and different setups. And I had one more before I gave up because every single time it was too hard. It takes up a lot of space in the gym. There's not really a good space to do it without being in the way, and I hate being in the way. A lot of people at this gym don't care about being in the way. I hate it. I'm like, I don't need anybody watching me work out as it is. Specifically, I don't need in the middle of my set somebody waiting for me to stop so that they can go past. No, thank you. So, anyways, I started doing that and I was like really determined to like pump out reps. And so I just was totally ignoring any pain that I was having. And then in between those, I was trying to show Hugo how to do deadlifts with a way heavier weight than I normally would have, but I was only
Mm.
doing like one or two. I was like, oh, that's fine. Anyways, we got done and my back was killing me. And I'm normally really good. Like I normally cannot ignore those kind of things, but for some
Right.
reason this workout, I was not paying enough attention. So the next day on Saturday, I couldn't move. Like
Oh.
my back, like to touch it, it was so tender.
Mm.
It was I was really worried that I had like done something really bad.
Mm-hmm.
And but we ended up having kind of a lazy day and we watched Netflix and read and relaxed almost the whole day. We went into Nantes for like a little bit, but um it was a really like rainy gray day, and so
Mm-hmm.
we had plans to like go to, I can't remember, I think we were going to go either to a zoo or to like the gardens or something like that. All of
Right.
our plans that we had, the
Mm-hmm.
ideas, were all outside. Currently, we have like a long list of stuff I want to do this summer on weekends specifically. They're
Yeah.
all outside. So
Yeah.
having a rainy day, I was just like, we have nothing to do, nothing at all.
There you go.
So, and then with my back hurting, um, and Hugh's been working a lot, so we are like, you know what, today's a good day to just not do much. And so we did that, and then I took a ton of extra supplements. I can't remember which one. Magnesium. I took like double the amount of magnesium that I normally take.
Mm.
And I woke up the next day feeling almost perfect.
Oh, good.
So I decided not to go to the gym this week, which wasn't that hard because it was super hot. So I didn't want to go anyways. And there's no air conditioning in our gym. It's open windows and a few old fans here and there. So it's stanky and hot. It's not fun when it's hot at all.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's pretty bad. So, anyways, we're gonna go tomorrow,
Okay.
and I think we're gonna do start with arms instead of doing legs tomorrow.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna try doing more core workout. And I think next week I'm gonna start doing more of the like do a few like of my physical therapy exercises and a little bit more core before I do any weight on squats. I think I'm going to continue to do squats,
Yeah.
but I think I'm going to just do like no weight or like
Just the
five
bar.
pounds,
Yeah.
like just the bar. But I'm and because it's even on the Smith machine, so
Mm-hmm.
just to keep the form up because I
Yeah.
really like my form that I have with squats.
Yeah.
So mainly just like for the form.
Right.
But I don't think I'm going to do any weight, and I'm not going to do Russian deadlifts for a little while either.
No.
And and I already decided with that workout that I'm giving up on hip thrusts.
No more history.
Not worth it. I've figured out some other workouts that I can do. It is too much work and so not enjoyable.
Yeah.
And Hugo and I are working out together so often that it's like a 20-minute thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Hugo has like nothing to do.
He can do
So
hip
he's just
thrust.
standing there. I know, but he doesn't really want to. He's very he is even more annoyed at this whole hip thrust thing because I've made him help me every single time. And he's like, I think he tried it once. I think he's like, I'm out. Nope. So
Oh, that's crazy. Wow.
yeah. Anyways, those are our gym adventures right now.
There you go.
Since
Huh?
this is really a gym podcast.
That's
Feels like all we ever talk about.
all about the muscles. We want the
Yeah.
muscles.
How are you doing? You're getting close. You got like a month. You got like 6 weeks left until you're 1,000 or whatever
I
goal.
know. I know. I'm a little nervous. I'm nervous. Um, my upper body workouts are going really well. I'm
Mm-hmm.
concerned with the lower body and I'm
Mm,
getting the squats and deadlifts. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
yeah.
I might have messed up my programming switching to this other
Oh,
gym.
really?
But hopefully, hopefully I got
How long are you doing the new program that you've been doing?
it. I've been doing it for 5 weeks.
Okay, how long are you supposed to do it for? Are you gonna continue? Is there an end point or
It's
just?
like a 6 month program or something.
Oh, okay. So you're planning on doing it through
Yeah.
your challenge.
Yeah, but I'm going to switch it up a little bit because think I'm I think I'm in an overload, and so yeah, I've been 2 times I've failed on my second set, my second exercise. They're doing
Great.
squats and deadlifts back to back, and
Okay.
I think it's too much for my nervous system. I get to
I
the
see. Okay.
second lift, and I'm just like, I
Yeah.
got nothing. I just got nothing left. So
Yeah.
I don't know, but my bench press is
Hmm.
is getting better, getting better. I did a
Yeah.
175 for seven seven sets after or 7 reps after doing it for six twice. So yeah,
Nice.
so I might be close to the 225. I'm over 200.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
it would be good if I could do 225. Because then
Right.
if I could do 405 on the deadlift, and then if I can do 375 on the squat. I
Hmm.
think pretty close. So I'm pretty. I think I'm pretty close, but my numbers are down on the squat and deadlift. But it's because of the
Hmm.
programming. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, that's hard.
I need to. But we're gonna go through August and see what it's like, and then
Yeah.
we'll reevaluate because I need to be a 1,000 pound club by September, end of September.
Yeah.
So
In September, before you're what, 72?
101st,
101st?
101st. I'll be 100 years old.
One and 100. 6 and
I
20.
don't even know anymore how
Yeah. Old dinosaur. I actually am not sure.
old.
You can
It's
text me. I'm not
it's in
actually
that
that sure.
it's in that spot where you're like almost, and you've been almost enough that you. I'm afraid I'm subtracting or adding a year in there. So every once in a while,
Nice.
I get to the end of the year, and I've been thinking I'm like almost, and then I add another year at my birthday, and I was like, wait a minute, I just added 2 years instead of one
So
year.
when we went to the walk-in clinic a long time ago, but
Uh
when
huh.
we went into to the walk-in clinic, there was this elderly couple, and this elderly couple was like chit-chatting, and it was funny because the old man was like hawking up a lung, okay, but
Mm-hmm.
apparently they were there for her,
Oh,
not for him. And she even was like, "While we're in there, we should ask him about your cough." And he's like, "I'm fine."
no, fine.
Yeah, like men do. And but anyway, she was like, turned to him was like, "When's my birthday?" And then he was like, or and she are like, "When's my birthday? Like, how old am I?" And he had like a response. I can't remember what it was. And then she's like, "No, no, no, that's not right. It's this." Like, why ask when you know?
Was
But
a
like,
test.
okay.
Was a test.
Uh,
Uh,
yeah,
um,
no, exactly. It was funny though. They're a couple.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So when we come back,
Mm-hmm.
I'm planning on joining Pursuit for a month.
Oh, okay.
Will that work? Just for 1 month?
Yeah, sure will.
Yeah.
Probably be like
Okay.
$5,000, but no problem.
Is
Yeah.
there like an ending fee?
I think you can just join for a month. I'm
I
pretty
think
sure.
you can just join for a month. Okay.
Yeah.
We haven't decided
I think
whether
it's a little
Hugo's
more.
going to join for a month because
I
he's
think
only
it.
going to be there for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
I'll ask.
I don't.
I'll ask Jacob when I'm in there next time.
Okay.
Um.
Yeah. If it works out where we can just join for a month, if not, I'll just take a month off.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
annoyed about
it'd be good.
I
It'd
like
be good because I mean we go to the gym a fair amount, so it'd be nice to
yeah,
get
there's
some
that
time.
where like you guys go to the gym a good amount, so and it would be a good time with all the family there and everything going on. I
Yeah.
know it'll be kind of some days like the only time that it'll just be just us, like just you and I and mom and stuff.
The real
But
question is what do I do with Martina?
yeah, that's what I was wondering because I don't think she's gonna. Is she gonna want to work out with being on the swim team?
Yeah, I don't know if she'll even have time to work out while she's on the
Yeah,
swim team, except for like maybe on a Saturday or something if we happen to go. But
yeah.
I think I think we're probably gonna wait a little bit and see.
I would just wait and see what is going on, and then
Yeah,
I think it'd be too much because she has
yeah,
swim team like all the time.
yeah. It'll be swim team every day. Oh, during the
Yeah.
week. Or actually, I think Monday through Thursday, and then there'll be meets and stuff. So I think we'll probably wait.
Are
Um,
you ready for like the early swim time meets
early
on
swim time
Saturdays?
meets.
I've always heard a thing where like swim meets are like they have to be there at like 7, 6 a.m. on a Saturday.
Mm, interesting. I have to not looked at that.
Yeah.
I've not
Your
looked at that.
your yoga thing might be
Might
a little
interfere.
tricky.
Might interfere with my yoga a little bit, but
A little
we'll
bit
make
here
it
and there.
work.
It'll be new sport
New sport, yeah. I
for
mean,
the
I'd cheer for a
family.
swimmer. I'd cheer for a swimmer. So that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
It'll be fun.
So I have to figure out uh, the school. The high school opens in August, and I don't remember what
Mm,
day. So I got to figure out what day they open, so I can take her paperwork in.
nice.
Because
How are
we
you
were
doing being
going.
an only parent?
Um, I'm I'm fine. I'm fine.
The stay at home mom.
Excuse me. Well, she's talking with you guys more. I haven't even hardly talked to her. So you guys chatted back and forth. Mom's chatted back and forth.
She responds as soon as you text her.
Yeah, I'm just not good at texting.
Well, it's hard to figure out what to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. So
Just start sending her daily pictures of the dogs. These are your new brothers. They're eating lunch. These are your brothers playing with a ball.
there you go.
Yeah.
I should,
No, I'm excited to meet her.
yeah, me too. Me too. I think
I think she's
not
going
gonna
to be
be
a fun
long.
addition.
Not gonna be long.
No, it's like 20 days from today.
Yeah, seriously. And, I don't know. We're
I
talking
want
about
pictures of the room. You got to tell them about wait
we're go-
the you're gonna paint the room.
yeah we're gonna go get paint on Saturday. I guess we're gonna go get paint on Saturday. I told Mom I was gonna
You're not
paint.
letting mom paint, right?
No, Mom says she wants to paint.
She's coming in 20 days, not in 60 days.
But she's gonna paint right away. She's not as busy. I was gonna do it this weekend.
Well, no, it's not that she's not as busy. It's the way her technique of painting. We are so much quicker.
Yeah, well, it we're gonna get some paint, and then we'll see. We got to move some bookcases, and there's a bunch of stuff that's got to come out of that room, so we can.
Well, feel free to call me because you're going to come across a lot of my stuff because I set up that room as if I was staying in that room
Yeah.
in
Well,
20 days, not her.
I think all she needs is one section of the closet, one of the three
Yeah. You're welcome to
openings in
just
the
throw
closet.
everything into the other closet, but
Well, we have wedding
I
dresses
don't
in
know what's there.
there. We've got
I know.
it's a lot of stuff, but I'm not
There's
so
a
worried
lot of
about that. It's the all the
the Jacksons
bookcases, the
and the
Jackson stuff.
bookcases.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bookcases
So
really like take up a lot of like the space. It makes
yeah,
it feel a lot smaller.
yeah. So I'm kind of hoping we can move those bookcases up on the loft in the craft room.
Oh. And then that could be maybe his like little play space.
I don't know if I want Jackson going up, but it's mostly books on on the bookcase.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So he can go up there, but I don't want him just going up there because there's no railing. A little sketch getting up and down. So
No, I agree. It's small enough where it's not like it's a huge space.
yeah,
Um, you know
because
what
it's
could also be because like he doesn't really have like a play space where all of his toys are.
mm-hmm.
If you moved the crate, I bet you could put the big grandmother bin down there,
Oh, that's a
the
good
big
idea.
chest,
That's a good idea.
and make like a because he likes playing on the first floor and the third, but I know
Right,
you don't want his toys stored in the basement anymore. I think it makes sense for them to be stored on the main floor because it's
right.
easy for you guys to see what's put away and what's not put away.
Yeah.
Or create crazy idea, Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Before Martina comes, you build another one of the wall things and you have that just for his
Mm,
toys or something like that.
yeah,
But I know that's just
that's crazy talk.
crazy talk.
That's what really needs to happen though. It's I need to finish all those bins and then figure out how to make doors to cover them.
Yeah.
But that would solve a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Um, it would solve some of the pantry problems and stuff
Yeah, you
too.
could have just one for your protein shakes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's yeah. It would be nice. It would be nice to get the stuff out of the uh, some of the stuff out of the pantry, some of the gadget stuff.
Yeah,
So, but
totally.
yeah, I did. Speaking of protein shakes, I we did trash outs um, day before yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, day before yesterday, and I got two blend jets from the college.
Please clean them out with bleach.
They're brand. I think they were brand new. I don't even think they've been used, but I did. I cleaned them. I cleaned them out. I cleaned one of them out really good. I haven't used the other one yet,
Okay.
but I don't.
Cool.
It didn't look like anything had ever been in it.
Okay.
And one of them, it was stored like above the stove, so it's like
Mhm.
greasy on the outside, but the inside looks perfectly clean. But
I hate that like filmy grease
yeah,
that
so
those
it's
called.
not like dripping or anything, but it's just like
No, but
something
like
on
that
it.
film.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's
I got to
gross.
go through and clean that off. But there's two of them, and it's I don't know. I haven't.
Yeah.
The pin people are calling me,
Um,
so
do you need to go?
no, we 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 have enough pins.
Oh, the pen. I thought you said the paint people.
No, the pin people.
Oh,
They
that
call
makes more
me.
sense.
They call me every once in a while wanting me to buy promotional stuff. I haven't enough promotional stuff.
You do
Besides,
have
I
a
make
good
my
amount.
own. I can make my own.
Now you make your own. That's what you should call him and be like, I am now a competitor of yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And
take
I'm
your.
gonna take your business.
Yeah, I'm gonna replace all your customers. I'm gonna do all the pins for the whole world.
You might need a few more machines.
Yeah,
How's the project for the wedding going?
it's going slow, but
Yeah,
I've got 12 of them done out of the 200.
that's pretty slow.
Yeah, so it's fine.
That's like zero point 0.5 a day.
Yeah, no, I've done a couple singles and I did one batch, so it's not a big deal. We're all right.
Right.
We're all right. But I do need to get back on that. So,
Yeah.
but it's
Cool.
but so I don't know. We're we're doing that. I might be doing a couple more T-shirts for the other Girl Scout camp. Their
Oh,
shorts and
really?
T-shirts. So
Right.
do a couple of shirts for them.
What t-shirt? What camp? Valley?
I think Valley. Carissa's camp.
Did they
No,
not get enough t-shirts? Do they have like
they
because
added a
their camp
couple. They added a
started?
couple people on. They added a couple people on.
Ah, I see.
So trying to figure out if it'd be cheaper for me to do 3 shirts than to order a whole nother batch from
That makes sense.
t-shirt people.
Yeah.
So we will see. We'll see. She's gonna call me later on today, I think. So,
Nice.
but yeah, that's the big deal we went through. It was rainy here. Um, Monday and
Yeah.
Tuesday. Sunday was kind of like not very bright.
Right.
We went to Jetty Island, and it was
Oh, right. Yeah.
cloudy and
Yeah. Icky.
not exciting. So, um, and then Monday, Tuesday was rainy. Felt like November. It was really weird, but it was okay. And now
Yeah.
it's gonna be hot, 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 hot. Back to heat.
Lucky you guys.
Yeah.
Let's see. What's
So,
the
but here in America, us Americans, we have air
have
conditioning, so
AC?
it's okay. Yeah, we have ice and we have air conditioning.
Yeah, that's another thing is that you can't. Some places have ice to go and like get a drink.
Yeah.
And you can, but like people refrigerate their water. You don't, and there's not even that cold of water from the tap. You can't get like freezing cold water from the tap.
Yeah.
You just have to you refrigerate water, and they people don't have ice. So what we use now because we kept breaking our ice cube trays, we have reusable ice, and it's about the perfect amount for us. I think I'm gonna get another set so I have extra. It's
So it's
not.
like
It makes me
plastic
a
ice
little
cubes.
nervous. Yeah,
Okay.
it makes me a little bit nervous because when we turn like hot coffee and we use the plastic ice cubes. But hey, we're young.
No, nothing to worry about there.
That's our daring thing that we do.
Living life on the edge.
Is it gonna pop? Sometimes I'll use like the steel, and then I'll pour it. Like we have like the steel balls for like whiskey. I'll like make the
Oh, okay.
coffee over that, and then I'll like pour it. Or like this morning, when Hugo was making his coffee, I had him make an extra espresso that I then froze, and now it's in the fridge. So now I'll have like
Ah.
an icy espresso, add a little milk
Oh,
to it. So
nice.
we figured out some things. So yeah, we almost have like the exact same weather the next few days. Oh
It
wait, no, not at all.
it blew me away when I said, "Let's just go to the grocery store and buy some bags of ice." And the French people looked at me like I was talking gibberish. Like,
Me
yeah, well, let's
too.
go to the grocery store. Let's go to the grocery store and buy a nuclear bomb. That was about the same equivalent. Like, you can't do that. This is the thing. Like,
Why?
yeah, they have a big thing. You bags of ice. Bags of ice
Yeah,
from
you
the
just put
grocery
bags
store.
of ice. It's
No,
wonderful.
not a thing.
It's something that I have taken for granted apparently for like parties and stuff.
Yeah. Well, for
No,
the
they
happy
don't do
hour
that.
of Saturday, I went and bought a bag of ice.
Yeah,
A bag of ice
it's
to
very
have
normal.
to be able to
I
keep, especially
I think next
since,
time we come, I'm gonna show them. We have to take them with us, and we
yeah,
have to buy ice.
just go here. We can just buy ice. We could just buy ice and pour it on the street. It's not even a thing.
Not a worry.
One of the 3 ice makers in the house. We'll just empty it out. Yeah,
Yeah, we have
lack of
ice makers. If
the
we
lack
were
of ice.
living here permanently, an ice maker is definitely something we would get because I do a lot of
Countertop.
ice drinks. I like
Yeah,
ice drinks. I like iced coffee.
the,
And it's warm enough here,
the countertop
and
ice
I'm
machine is pretty sweet. Pretty
yeah.
sweet.
It's too expensive for a year.
Yeah, yeah.
So
No, it's yeah. I don't know. It would be tough if I was just getting a countertop. If I didn't have an ice maker in the fridge, whether I would want the crunchy ice or the regular ice cubes.
really, oh, only the crunchy ice. Crunchy ice all of the way.
So the crunchy ice is wonderful, but
Yes,
it does not stay ice for very long.
that's true. But you just use a lot of it.
Yeah, well, the water sinks down, so it's uh it's a thing.
I don't see any
So
complaints.
that It's not a substitute for actual ice cubes.
I think it is ice cubes. It doesn't need to substitute.
It's
This is
crunchy ice.
riveting content.
We're really scraping the bottom of the bucket with
Seriously.
so so what is going
Um,
on in the young hip life of the French my French family?
we're doing something young and hip on Saturday. We are going to one of the Olympic football, so
Oh, I
soccer.
didn't know it was an
Um,
Olympic one.
yeah, yeah, one of the Olympic
Wow.
games. I think it's a
Ah,
preliminary
yeah,
for the women's soccer events. They're holding a lot of the soccer events, or all of them. I'm not sure. Here in Nantes, and they've been doing them. They're one of the events that started before the Olympics.
yeah,
They did basketball here as well. And I didn't realize that there were official Olympic events either until like this last week, like on
yeah.
Sunday, when everybody at church was talking about it. So yeah, we're gonna go.
You're gonna go to the
It starts at
Olympics.
what?
You're gonna go to the Olympics.
I know. Isn't that kind of cool?
That is so cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll never have a chance to go to like an Olympic game again. I don't think so.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, we're pretty excited about it. But yeah, we're gonna go on Saturday. It starts at 9, ends at midnight.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
So we had
do you
plans.
know
We had to cancel it.
what countries are playing?
We don't know yet.
Oh, because
It's
well, it might
it's
not.
at the point.
Yeah, they may not be scheduled. They got to win or lose to get into that
Yeah,
game
I
pool.
think that there's one more. I think that there's a game tonight, and then it'll be all
A match.
siphoned in
A
a
match.
match.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
You're gonna have to get
But yeah,
up on
I'm
this.
pretty
You have
excited.
to get up on the. You're gonna have to watch Lasso again. Get up on the lingo on the
Yeah, because
pitch.
last was a great example.
This is everything Americans
But
know
I do
about
have to
soccer.
figure out like what in the world football is. Like I have zero idea.
You have to watch the
So
Cliff
I have to
Notes.
figure out a little bit. But we might go with friends. We've invited a few friends along with us. And
Nice.
so if everybody comes, then we might meet at our apartment first and have like a little drink, not like a full dinner, but maybe just like a charcuterie board and some
Yeah.
drinks or something, and then go to the game from there. Or if it's just one person, I think we'll probably just meet them there. But yeah, I think it'd be kind of fun. So we
Yeah.
have that, and then Sunday is church all day long. We have um, so the church in Reze, which we don't go to, but all so there's I think that there's 8 churches that are um, like all kind of the same
Mm-hmm.
um, denomination, but not completely the same denomination.
Right.
But they're all Christian.
Right.
And so they um, they do a really good job at doing things together and having a lot of unity between them all.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard from like the pastors and like visiting pastors that it's something that stands out about Nantes. So it's kind of cool.
Nice.
And so one of the things that they do quite often is that like they'll do like a church weekend with 2 different churches, where one day or one Sunday they'll have one church go to the other church for the
Oh,
Sunday service. And then
nice.
the next week, the other church who hosted the first one goes to their church. And
Nice.
so this weekend is the church in Reze, which is where we live, going to the church that we go to, because we Hugo started going to this church while he was still living with his parents.
Right.
And so we didn't know where we were living, and
Mm-hmm.
we've kind of settled in that church enough where we don't want to change to the church in Magaze,
Yeah.
even though it's like a 15-minute walk away from the apartment, which is so
Oh,
cool because it takes us
nice.
a 20-minute drive to get to the other one.
Right.
Um, but that's okay. It's totally worth it. So, anyways, we are also hosting Kids Club, and we have no idea if they're going to have like twice as many kids.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know if we're going to end up with, they told us 20 kids. They don't normally have more than 20.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they'll have like 10. Last time we hosted it, because it's basically 3-year olds to 12-year olds, huge age range,
Right.
through the summer. And that's not normal, it's just through the summer. But last time we had 16 kids. And there's only like there's two different classrooms,
Right.
but I don't know exactly how we're going to divide up, because I'm not sure if I can lead a whole class by myself in French. And Hugo is not super confident in his kid skills to hold his kid translation skills to do a whole class by himself.
Right.
So I think what we've decided right now is that if it feels like too much people, that we're going to divide up for like story time, and
Sure.
I'll be with the little kids, and we're going to read like the little kids version, and he's going to read like the Bible translation we read with the slightly older kids and do like a small discussion.
Mm,
And I will handle craft, and hopefully it'll be okay.
that'll be fine.
So we'll see. I think we're really playing it by ear. Um, we're doing Noah's Ark, and so I had these masks that we were supposed to use for the wedding. I was cutting them before we started. That's why. And they're like animal masks. Like this is a lion, and this is like a sloth or koala or something. I don't know. No, it's definitely a sloth. Anyways, and we all of the kids that were supposed to come to the wedding in France ended up having to cancel
Okay.
because it was like one big family, and
Right.
so they didn't end up coming. So I had all this craft supplies left over. So since we're doing Noah's Ark, I thought it'd be kind of fun to make like animal masks
Mm-hmm.
for all the like have the kids design them or draw on them or whatever.
Right.
So the problem is we only have 16 exactly. So we're going to have a backup craft that we
Okay.
have like 30, 35. I think probably like coloring pages. We're
Okay.
going to have like a lot of extra. Um, and we're going to really play it by ear.
There you go. Have some
So,
songs.
and
Have some songs in your back
yeah,
pocket.
and we might if we see that it's a lot of people and the
Mhm.
weather's really nice, we might ask. I haven't talked to Hugo about this yet, but I'm thinking about moving it outside and doing it outside. But if we
Okay.
do that, we're not going to have the kids' attention at all,
Yeah.
and so I think we're just going to end up play games together, which I think is okay.
Yeah. You just got to make sure no 3-year-olds wander off. That's
That's
the
the thing
problem.
is, it's not super enclosed.
Can't keep people
It's
out. You got to keep
enclosed to
people
like
out of the parking
the
lot.
road, but there is two other churches.
Yeah.
So where we have church, there's a church here, there's a
Hmm.
church here, there's a parking lot in the middle that holds like 20 cars for
Yeah.
all three churches. And then there's our church. And so I think we actually have like the most land. Um, but I'm not sure. Maybe behind the other churches they have more. And there is a
Right.
big park next door. But with the Olympic Games going on, that might be closed. I'm not sure because I think I don't know if the Olympic Games, if anything, will be happening Sunday.
Mm.
Um, and it shouldn't be because they normally tell us. I don't know. It's really gonna be a play it by ear day. Anyways, after
Which is
church,
good because really, if anybody is just fly by the seat of their pants, just, easy come, easy go, no plans needed, it's
I'm your
Lindsay.
girl.
Lindsay is, impromptu. She invented the word. Just that's her deal. No, maybe not.
I'm really not good at it. I figured out that like if I in a very anxious state plan beforehand that it will be playing it by ear, that helps. Like if I say, okay, we can spontaneously go out to dinner with somebody this day between the hours of 6 and 9, then
As long as we go to
I
this
can handle
restaurant and
it. So I keep repeating, I'm like, if we have multiple, I think we're gonna have like three different plans. We're gonna have plan A, plan B, plan C, or probably plan D. And if we go with one of those,
so I
I'll
don't
be
know.
fine.
I don't know if I've ever told you this. I've told other people this. When you were younger,
No, not.
when you were younger, Lindsay resists change, especially to a schedule at all costs. And she's much better now. She used to be way
To the
worse.
point, to the point where I think it was the grandparents' flooring or at the house. there was a flooring that was being gone. It was like you guys were getting rid of it,
Yeah.
and Papa cut out a piece of the flooring, and I still have it. It's in the attic.
Yeah. So even if it's something like a better option, like, okay, we're going to do chores and this, or we're going to go have ice cream. And if ice cream's not on the plan, then ice cream is not a good idea.
No.
So I would, so mom would go, hey, what do you think about going to ice cream? I'm like, when? I don't know, like in an hour? Okay, we can do this. So I would go to Lindsay and like, huh, boy, ice cream sounds good. Yeah. And I'd walk off. And then I'd be like, a little bit later, I'd be like, I was thinking maybe going to ice cream in like an hour, but not
Okay, wait, you
not for sure.
still do this? I thought this was just a you thing. That this is just how you process
and
things.
then, and then they'd be like, "So, Lindsay, I was thinking about going to ice cream. What do you think about in like 20 minutes? Maybe we change things up and go to ice cream." And that would work about 50-60% of the time if I
I
can
did pretty
ease
good
into
about
it.
that as a teenage, as a later teenager, as
But
a
if I just
about
said,
1 year
if
ago.
I just said we're doing chores or homework or whatever, and it's hot, and we're just like, oh, let's go get some ice cream. No, no. If I forced you to go get ice cream, it was bad. You were grumpy
That's
and
yeah,
miserable,
that's true.
just
And I would
miserable.
do my best to make everyone else as
Yeah,
miserable
it
as
was
me.
just not even worth it. Like there's no ice cream in this planet that's worth this amount of pain. So but I would take hours to get the slow turn
I
of the Lindsay
totally
ship
thought
to a
I'd just like
different
to say that
direction.
I thought that that was a you thing. I didn't realize that was because of me.
That's
I
an
you did that
all
you
you
understood that
thing.
so well because you still do that, like, to this day, you'll do
I do
like,
because
you
you
know,
hate
so
changing
you're
plans.
really good.
Like, ice cream.
To the point where sometimes if you say, like, to the point where, like, I've remembered in recent years you going, froyo sounds really good. I know that there's a chance that we might go to froyo, and if I just stay silent and not say anything, you're probably gonna take me to froyo. Just saying. I go, yeah, you know, we can make time for that.
Yeah, because if I just said, "Let's go to Froyo right now," no, no, I don't have time for that. I don't feel like Froyo. I don't like Froyo. Not changing my plans for Froyo. Like it's
It's
20 minutes,
true.
Lou. It'll be all right. It'll be okay. No, no, we don't. We can't. No, that's gonna
I don't
make
try
me. That'll make me late for the rest of my life. My whole
Yes.
schedule, my lifetime schedule, will be ruined because I've added a
So
20-minute
true.
Froyo trip into the day.
So true.
Never seen a kid that would be ruined by adding something fun into their day.
Yes, you did, Robbie.
Oh my
You made two of us. And you know what? I would like to say I don't think it's our fault. I think it's
Robbie,
maybe
but Robbie would
your
change for
no, no, no,
something
no, no.
fun.
Hold up.
Robbie would change for something fun
Okay, I'm sorry.
because he
That's
was.
that claim is false with the Silverwood example. I just that all of what you just said just thrown in the garbage. Basically, our vacation was supposed to end, and the parents decided to do this fun thing. And I just like to say I got on board. It made me
You
anxious, but
did
I
get
got
on
on
board.
board
Robbie
because it
got
was
on
a
board too. It took him a minute.
a minute. I remember being like
6
hours. I
hours.
remember
6
leaving the
hours.
RV so he could stay by himself and scream and cry. It was the most dramatic thing I've ever seen
Yeah. Yeah, he was not.
about a water park. I
Yeah,
just
he was not.
he reminds me of the kids that you see on gender reveals that figure out their like brother or sister is not going to be the gender that they want and throw like a huge fight about it.
It was bad.
So like, no, you're not
So,
allowed.
Silverwood was bad. Uh, yeah.
Basically, the parents surprised us like on our way home from a like big vacation, we stopped in a camping ground, and we were supposed to go like all the way home, and then and we weren't not paying attention at all
No,
because we
it
had
wasn't
devices.
like we didn't add any days onto the trip. We
I
didn't
thought
add
we
any
did.
days. No, you guys knew how long we would be gone. You just didn't calculate it
Okay.
out very well. So we're like, we're just gonna meander home from
Mhm.
because we were in Eastern Washington. We're like, we're just gonna work our way home. We're done with our all the things that we had scheduled. We're just gonna kind of meander home. And instead of meandering home, we went to Silverwood, which is a big amusement park and water park together that is kind of in the middle of nowhere. And they have a big RV park that's attached, or you can drive like a half hour away or something. There's hotels, but
The
there's nothing
most
like right
redneck.
there.
It's
Yeah,
great.
it's a redneck park. But it's one
But
in the
it's a
Northwest. It's probably one
great.
of the biggest ones.
Yeah,
Um,
it's very nice.
it's so
Yeah.
it was a
No,
lot of
and
fun. But yeah, it did take
it was
Robbie a
a
minute
lot
to.
of
He was
Robbie
he was
threw a huge
grumpy.
fit.
He was
But you're
grumpy.
right. We didn't really calculate like us as kids. We're like, no, we're gonna be going home.
Yeah.
We didn't really think about like more days. But I don't know. I don't feel like I figured out time and like
Well, and
actual
nobody was
like
paying
how long
attention
things
at
take.
all. Nobody was paying attention,
No,
and um, so it was like you didn't see us drive to the park or any of the
no.
stuff. We just got
Well,
to
and you guys didn't point it out. Mom would always point out stuff.
yeah.
So I think that's one of the things that you guys didn't point out, and it worked well for you guys because we didn't
Were
notice.
we intense?
We were so
What did we
tired. We were so
drive?
bored.
What did we drive for that? Were we intense? Did we
It
have
was a
the RV?
truck. No, it was the RV. I think it wasn't the Birkenhouse
Oh, it
RV?
was the Birkenpass's RV. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah,
We
it was
were
an
all in the
RV.
truck. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
remember being in the middle and
that
watching
was
some
fun.
weird video on like the Zune. Mom's
Zune,
Zune?
the
Is that
Zune,
what
the
it's called?
chocolate Zune. Yeah,
Um,
the
but
chocolate
okay, I'd like to
Zune.
say on this whole like you and me and the planning and like all this and that, it's because you're a wife. Because I grew up on a very strict schedule of literally having a printout list of going
Yeah,
7:20, get out of bed and put on clothes.
yeah,
7:25, go to breakfast. 7:30, yoga. 7:50, this.
yes,
And I'm totally okay with that. I will probably do the same exact things with my kids, and my kids will have a horrible planning anxiety.
yeah. Well,
Generational.
if you have ADHD kids, it's important for
No,
people
it
that.
totally. And then you
Uh,
have the one non ADHD kid who got infected with the ADHD.
okay.
I grew up with it. So I tell everybody. I'm like, my two things with the ADHD is I always tell people, well, I have two brothers, but they have ADHD. So I actually have four brothers. And I tell everybody this.
uh,
And I tell everybody, well, I grew up with brothers, so I think that they somehow, like with ADHD, so I think somehow they infected me with their ADHD, and I have ADHD
I'm,
tendencies.
I'm ADHD adjacent.
ADHD adjacent. Exactly. I think it's true. I told Dr. Kaneshiro this, and I think it was like the funniest thing he'd heard all day. It's like the most like, okay, you're a
Contagious.
child. You don't understand medicine at all. Because I asked him, I was like very serious about this too.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you
Dr.
catch this?
Kaneshiro.
Is this a
So
communicable disease? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think I caught it from my brothers.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
Anyway, on that
well,
note, I should
on
probably
that
go.
note, we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me, making time. Who kind of squeezed this one in for you. Now that Hugh goes home, he can go have dinner and all that stuff.
Yeah. We got to go grocery shopping and then we can make dinner.
Ah, all right. Well, let's
Yeah.
play us off here.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you next week.
Bye.